What if I knew? What if I said, if I could hold you in my arms, what would you think of me? Holding a picture that I once used to draw, so beautiful and wonderful. People always around me, using little phrases so I won't understand them. You always wondered under our glass, everything you see and hear and through your daily life. You start piecing them together, even if you're in solitary, or more than a place of an epidemic. It really doesn't matter all the information you've collected. What if I say, I wish I could hold you in my arms one last more time before the regret starts to turn into something I hopefully wish it did a long time ago. All I see, I knew you. I wouldn't be that type of person to sleep that low. What if I said that you find somebody good? I wouldn't care, I wouldn't mind, I just want to save you. But saving is a surprise, so isn't a cost to me. People always understand me, misunderstood me. But don't you realize what you're doing to me? I'm someone you should have known or looked again. A power, a gift that I hold. It isn't singing, 'cause that's natural. A gift that I hold was so great and powerful, but it is common nature to me. I can tell you one thing I have learned. I've gathered information I shouldn't have been gathering. What if I say, what if I say, no matter how you doubt yourself, with your skills or no skills, you're still great. Small things or big things that you do, like being an artist, singing, or a musician. Never doubt yourself. You're still good. You just gotta keep trying, keep improving your skills. If you don't and you drop that, you will never find the answer. You will never find the question you're looking for. You ask the one question. But the question you're creating, asking this person if they know the answer. Of course not. Not every person knows every answer. Even the ones that don't actually have those answers. No one actually realizes this question. But what if I told you I have one answer to give you? Whatever you do that you think is wrong, look around you, my dear, look around you. You're human, aren't you? Figure it out. People always wonder why I disclude myself human. Well, here's the answer. Not normal. My dreams are not normal. Technically, I don't call them dreams anyway. Want to be, want to be, want to be safe and sound from the thunder and the snowstorms. Want you to achieve your goal to go to Mars. Good luck with the sandstorms. Halfway ghost in the afterlife with no miles about him, more about you. Even every demon. Mostly. Let's just say, wherever you go, you start to see all the small life starts to change. Even the weather does. Even the sun and moon changes. I know I never noticed, only a few did. Even though they took down the videos. Even though you don't upload about the moon, people always have witnessed the moon with telescopes, correct, and pre-record. Videos get uploaded to different private websites, unknown to the government. You only know so many. You don't know how to undo that website since there's several hundred codes. But what if I told you I know how to tell time? People always ask me questions, doing math, doing reading, doing history. People always found out the little trick of history. Look around you. You see all these people in documentaries about certain things. You think it's boring? No. Take a closer look, darlings. You start to see that history gets more popular over the documentaries. You start to see a pattern that usually other artists, singers, start to notice that their fans are growing over and overpopulating your fan base. Once you reach the end point, there's no way of going back. You make an apology all across social media. No reply, no answer. Likes and comments, but no answer to the person you're trying to apologize to. You will learn. If you haven't learned yet, you would learn. If you're selfish, ignorant, in other words, I should say. Look at this on the bright side, if you have one. If you doubt yourself too much, you become ignorant, selfish, and your little world think it's all about you. You will learn. Very easy. Even if you're lost out of this world, People say, what are you? I shouldn't be singing 'cause this will hurt my voice so much. But I want the sun to get out there. I adored. I adored. I adored the visions I was given. I never took them for granted. People knew how to control visions, correct? Visions of the future, visions of your life. I saw plenty. Even my goal. My main goal. And I realized, why did I make that goal instead of normal goals? Probably ask yourself, why a cabin? And why in nature? Because usually people know this. When I sing, I always feel calm. When I'm by nature, I always think back to memories I don't recall or don't remember. And they start to become unblurred, and I start to see some things I missed. Even if you have gone long ways of not finding yourself, you're not looking in the right place. Nature can even help you. Climbing to the top of the mountains, going hiking, looking around, or caring about small life. You start to see some things. You learn this from a young age or in teenager age. And you changed yourself. You literally did. But you put up a fake disguise, letting anybody see that side of you. I did for a while. Even in my young years. That's the truth. People were commenting saying you never did. Yeah, because you don't know me very well. You only knew the partial side. Not all Geminis are the same. Why do you hate us? Why? What is your opinion on Geminis? It doesn't matter to me, but I want to know. It's like looking at a time on a watch or fashion. You sell things that might cost $1 million or somewhat grand, but why sell it? You can make it more beautiful and put it in your house. You sell something that was in your family. I never do that. Even if you look back on certain things, what if I say things you did could be led choicely, wisely, or not wisely at all? Some Geminis are judgment. Some of us wouldn't experiment with it. You only do that just to make sure you're okay. Yes, Geminis can be witty, yes. Geminis can be too overkind, yes, I agree with you. Geminis can be too overprotective. You all remind me of certain viewers I used to have. Like I see barely comments nowadays. Yeah, that's fine. You can comment each video you want, or separate videos, or one week video. I just want to see how all my viewers are doing. I want to make sure that you're doing okay. I never take my viewers for granted. Because this song is made for you to understand life and its journeys. People are going to ask me in the comments, what life journey have you experienced? Letting go of something. I shouldn't hold on much longer. Because if I did, this song wouldn't be here today. I won't say what I'm letting go of, but because I don't want to hold myself back. People like, will you ever wear a dress? Only for cosplay. For VidCon or like other stuff. Have I gone to VidCon? No. I probably will in my 20s, but at this moment, I did want to go visit a YouTuber I actually really and genuinely want to go. But I realize how expensive it is. And I changed my mind. Because it's like having ideas in your head for so long. You start to improve in them over the years. Ideas that should be a movie, but no one ever contacts you. So you contact them and you get denied. And they start to think it over and they call you back. And you denied them when you got accepted by another one. That's life. You start to see some things in life. Even if the time has passed, you can still tell that things actually slowly change. Once you see a company that is trying to actually make some good money for once, then you should actually help them out. Not all this technology stuff. The only thing I actually genuinely wanted was a PlayStation 5. I got it. I was happy. But it wasn't the thing I wanted. I wanted art. Because art. In art, you start to see some things. When I'm learning about art, I don't want to learn about that. Because I'm already ahead on such an art. I don't want to take a step back. The art I'm trying to learn is nature painting. That is very common art skill. In the background now you see a deer on the top of the mountain. Well, not top of the mountain, the top of a hill looking at a mountain in the forest below. Nature painting is peaceful to look at. Because it makes imagination in your head, creating a story. Creating that story becoming to life. And it would be developed into a book or a movie or cinema. Nature movies we barely see because people think it's always boring. Ooh, you're not gonna count all the wildlife? You you can make any movie, any category of life into horror, good movie, sci-fi, fantasy, adventure. I don't like to be wise when I'm singing, but it does make me calmer. When I'm raging, I wouldn't calm down, I would just be frustrated over 3 hours. When I'm doing, looking at other paintings in the field, I wouldn't think of calm, that's just a general answer I would actually put. Because a general answer, if you don't have enough time to look at a painting and, like, for a moment, you take a moment. People think it's like 60 seconds is enough. No. I mean a moment. You take some time to look at it. You start to see some things that you missed. In every art, they always put a little secret detail. And every artist knows this, even the high ones, even the professional ones. That little detail fixes, sort of, there's another secret about this, fixes the art of whatever you're drawing. Drawing is like creating a story. Drawing comments is creating whatever you create. If you sing, what if I said that things could never be wrong, but life still catches by when people start to make jokes about certain things. You start to look on it and you realize you shouldn't be negative at all. People never get a chance to get a compliment, and they tended to turn into the hate. And people who take things for granted receive things to turn horrible for them, for the worst. Then someone in a chat room accidentally is being rude, and let them off easy if they're still in a somewhat grateful mood, or the gods are just holding them back and they can't see, they're not blind, their eyesight is not bad midway, like, let's say your eyesight is blurred, what you're saying, you don't see what you're saying. Okay, actually. You could develop a issue or a statement or a problem, but don't ever doubt yourself and your skills or anything, because if you do, you're not gonna find what you're looking for. I already found what I'm looking for, but I have a question. I have the answer too, but it's not right. People say you can't be a hero unless you're a cop. That's not true. Anybody can be a hero. You just gotta believe. Like social media, on the other hand, you start to realize all the comments you're getting. You start to see all the likes you're getting when random strangers or random people you knew like your poems, like the poems you're sharing. They start commenting, where did you find this? It starts to get that you know these people. You have developed a bond with these people, and they're not just strangers anymore. So what if I say, no matter how you look at it, you are still human in some ways? For me, I just conclude myself because I'm a mixed bundle of some things. People say, oh, you still have a lot of things to know. Like what? Oh, you probably won't say them on here because you think this channel's PG. No. Only if there's kids under the age of 13. And I probably wouldn't, cause usually blood rage, my eyesight is blurred. That is a formal action of certainties of letting someone know that what you mean or what you think you mean is not actually what you're saying. When you're rage, there are different types of rage. People don't believe me and they start to look it up. No, you won't find these. You have to find someone to actually tell you this. Unless they do actually have a social media, then probably like that. Certain people realize, don't care. Often now has Instagram anyway. They don't post anything without ever comment on your page though. Eventually. But some things start to get average and normal. An issue there to figure out what it is. Start commenting and liking posts, entries I get every daily of often. Entries are like explaining the story of Arthur and where it came from when it was born on a certain day or month or year. What if I say, no matter how you doubt yourself, you still look beautiful, you still look amazing, you still are enjoyable to listen to. But some things must end. But if someone takes that as a wrong way, they would never know the actual answer to that. Once someone wakes up with you, eventually, you don't know if it, or you probably do know, if you have experience, but if you don't know at early on age, and this person is dating a 20-year-old, let's just say this, I have no imagination of doing this. Let's say if a 7-year-old, but 17, gets a new message every day they play on Requiem, and the phone starts to buzz or ringing, whatever you want to call it, or Tom I like, or Tom better, So it's hard to freaking read that. It's easier to read than this English. Some of the things you start to notice start to become clear. And you want a job, but you don't want a job in your teens. Because you feel like you don't belong to any jobs nowadays. You always want a job at a high-tech place, but you know you probably won't get that since your grades are different. You're always thinking about college, or thinking about university, or military, navy. But you have certain goals that you want to complete before entering college or navy. But you gotta finish them. If you never do, you will never see what the sun meant. The sun was a life goal, explaining how much I care about people's lives. I never took that for granted. I never took it as a waste either. Unless people are trying to joke with me. No. Once I see other people higher than me, I wouldn't care. I have a family member that's popular. That's all that matters to me. It doesn't matter if people are calling me a loser. You know, in the end, you know what happens, correct? People always sees me. I notice this a lot. I always see people. Before the pandemic, I knew this was gonna happen. Something was very off at the time. I didn't care who took the popularity. So, I used my gift to do something. And I saw the future. Or something I shouldn't say. I don't want to say anything. Let's just say virtuality will become, well, nowadays, or in the future nowadays, one thing that people actually wanted to see is the full-on virtual body thing. That's gonna be pushed back a couple years. I don't know how a couple years, but I only heard that phrase, then I woke up. People on social media comments like that saying stuff they like want to see how you developed it in what stage or something like that. They all got pissy. Like, some of these visions are inaccurate. Some visions are very ghetto. Like, you change certain things about yourself. Even if you're getting guided by people that loved you, or left you, or backstabbed you. Maybe you apologized for it, but you never forgive them. You always stayed. You always stayed violent. A type of violent that I like. No one has it. No one does. You only have the original. This type of violence would not hurt anybody. It's only called that. It was semi-violent. Semi-valiant means what I found out about it. It means it wouldn't hurt you, but they would threaten you, but it wouldn't hurt you. It's supposed to be a mutual hatred bond. They wouldn't hurt you, but they will stand up and take a hit for somebody. People will look at it as something else. Maybe one day. When you read poems, people think you're like, a geek or somewhat other words I don't care to use. And you prove them on a few days later, and they start to realize you're not half bad. And they start picking on you. In those moments, you could be anyone you want, but you still decided to be one of them and hurt people's other feelings. You could have moved on, but you decided to join a one group at a one time. You fate does change. Your destiny does change. Your fate could give you a second chance. A timeline could show you and unshow you words and wisdom of a forgotten tale. Crazy ecosystemness, I agree. And listen to the voices. The voice you created is just your own, but they still hear you anyway. They won't get that metaphor until the afterlife. What if I say, if I could hold you in my arms one more last time, to never doubt yourself, my dear. Your skills as artist or sinner, or singer, are still beautiful as ever. But you still wish to be taught to teach about little things. And darling, what do you seek from all this chaos, all this greed, all this grief? If you're still a son and you don't know its meaning, and it's not yours for the taking, you try to manipulate the answer, but the song itself would distract. Any spirit who will help this song be protected if they choose care. Or choose to be a friendly gesture. Just this once. Some some things might not ever be the same. When I'm around you, you start to see a part of me that wishes to be walking alone. I'm home when I notice you talking and chatting with others. I'm not disengaged in the conversation. I wouldn't be the type to do that, since I know my place and land in the cards. You should too, but you do. Busy what you foretelling, 'cause I know what's on. I know what's new. I know what you said. I knew what you wanted to say. But what if I say, what if I say that someone you knew is really falling for my truth is forgetting the old prophecy, fulfilling my destiny. But what if I say, what if I say, no matter how, never doubt yourself. Don't be ignorant, don't be selfish. You know that your skills are beautiful. You just got to improve yourself. Keep pushing yourself up the limits at the expense of the cost what you're looking for. Never make a wrong deal, never make a good choice when you need it the most. Don't ever decline somebody if you actually really need a job. Small jobs will get you bigger jobs. Trust me on this unless you know it from experience. Ooh, I'll never be one. I know I'm odd in some ways, but why is this a special day? All Geminis are welcome. Some end dates of June, beginning to the 1 out to the 8, out to the 20 to 19 of June. Let's just say some things never end to be a good certainty of a fun time with someone you love or adored, or have a major crush on. Then you should know what to take things slow, and you should know never mess with someone else's dog. You should know. You should know. Not to hold a grudge for too long. You start to see some things you did wrong. Let's just say you gotta believe in the God of the sun, the goddess of the sun, and the goddess of the moon. It's all for show, you had light on a darkness twisted bridge, where you see yourself walking two separate bridges. do you choose? The one that is always a bad path, or the one exceedness and jobs and offers you get? Would you choose something bad? Would you choose something right? 'Cause it's right in front of you. I knew this person probably had a girlfriend, so I dropped my hand in liquid poison. People say poison could do anything to you, depending on which type. I think all of this would be good to see. Good to know what happens. Some things must never, must never know how long you can see to disclude yourself from the best of the belongings. Love would disclude yourself if you don't know what is you're going through life. To justice, to hope, to discreet, to misery, and looking for love. You have a life, don't you? You could be blazing in flames and gold, or diamonds and rubies and emeralds and silver. You could. You could. You could. You could ask, what if I stayed? What if I said, what if I said, what if I said, no matter how you've changed, no matter how you look at things, some things you missed, or should have known, will always be there, waiting for you to open your door and find it on your porch in the middle of night or day or afternoon. It's waiting for you.